This is the audio notes to help explain how to do the calculations for the lab quiz in AP Chemistry. What students will need is this table filled out. So they had their 5 different solutions. After solution 1 was what they used as a blank. And for the KSCN, initial and final burette reading should give them a volume of KCN and what absorbance was for each of those. So let's start at calculation number 1. Calculate the initial concentration of the SCN in these solutions. Now, the initial solution concentration was 0.0020 molar. However, we took a small volume of that and put it in 50 milliliters. So really, calculation number 1 is a dilution calculation. You can either do M1V1 equals M2V2, or what I will do is I will start with this equation of moles equals molarity times liters. The molarity is the 0.0020 molar. Again, that is for the SCN. When I did my trial 1, I had exactly 1 milliliter. So I convert that into liters. That gets me 2.0 times 10 to the negative 6th moles. I'm then going to divide that, so divide by the total volume, which is 50 milliliters. So I'm going to divide that by 0.0500 liters. That gets me 4.0 times 10 to the negative 5th molar. You need to do this calculation for trials 3, 4, 5, and 6 as well. So that is what you need to accomplish on the first page of this lab. If we scroll down to page 2, you can then use your data points to graph it. So for example, my first data point was right here. 0.4 times 10 to the negative 4th, same as 4 times 10 to the negative 5th. Keep showing your data points wherever they may be. Let's see, that one is, again, I'm just making up stuff right now. And then you can make yourself a line. If you have a data point that doesn't fit really well on your line, keep that in mind for the last part that we have to do. The last part that we have to do is using the equation A equals ABC, which this equation is on the AP calculation sheet. Big A stands for absorbance. We measured that on day 1. We want to solve for little a, the molar absorptivity. Little a equals A over BC. For example, my trial 1, I had an absorbance of 0.133. The path length is 1.1 centimeter for every trial. It's just how much solution does the light have to travel through. And the concentration that I solved for on page 1, remember, was the 4.0 times 10 to the negative 5th molar. This gives me a value of 3,023. Don't worry about the unit for this value. What you're going to want to do is to do this for at least 3 trials. I would not pick a trial that did not hit your line on the graph from the previous page. But this lowercase a then, you need that molar absorptivity value for next class. Those are the 3 parts that you have for day 1. That's all we have then for the explanation of how to do the math for day 1.